First thing we're going to do is go to View, Tool Palettes, Large Tool Set to get the large tool set on the side. And then we're going to find the arc. And as you click on one point and go to another, those are the two endpoints, and then you're going to get that third point by pulling that arc out. And I want you to keep wiggling this until you see half circle. And when you get that, then stop. Then we're going to go and do it again over here. This time we're not going to do a half circle, we're going to do a little bit larger. And so after I click that second point, I'm going to go for the middle part, pull it out, and make it a larger shape like this. And then we'll go to the pencil tool and finish it off. And then we can use the push-pull to pull it up. Next thing we're going to do is kind of make like a tape dispenser shape. So we're going to start with a rectangle. Make it a little longer. And then we're going to take the arc tool, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so that you can see a little bit better. But as I go from one point to another on the corner, I want to see the words tangent to the edge before I let go of the arc. And I'm going to do that to 3 of these corners. Then I'm going to go get my eraser tool and take off the edge so that we've got a rounded edge on this shape. If you don't click on the corner just right, you won't take both of them off at the same time, and you got to click them off separately, but you can still click them off, it's not a problem. Now I'm going to take the pencil tool and I'm going to angle down, and then I'm going to switch to my arc tool, and we're going to put a little curve in this here, but not much of one, and you do want it to kind of follow along with the line that's angling down. Then I'll go back to my pencil tool and go up. Then I'll go for the eraser tool and take out those parts, and you can see how if I pulled this up, it would be kind of a shape of a tape dispenser. Next thing we're going to do, back with the arc tool again, we're going to try to do a spiral here. And I do want you to go to half circle on these, and you just keep starting from each point and then go a little bit longer with the space in between. Pull it out and try to make it look like it's continuing this spiral that we're going to make. So each time we just switch whatever point we ended on to do our new arc. And we just make it a little bigger than the previous one, and then pull it out so that it looks good as a spiral. You'll get better at making it look good as a spiral as you maybe go on. And I can go inside here and make it even tighter if I want to go back to where I started. And you just keep pulling it the opposite direction each time to create that spiral. Next thing we're going to do is try to make a spring. This one's a little more difficult. So the first thing we're going to do is start with a half circle arc. And then you have to kind of get this in a position where we're going to pull up the back edge of it. And you want to see, you're going to be on the move tool, and you want to see that blue line saying on the blue axis. So we're putting an angle to this. Next thing we're going to do is select it, and then we're going to make a component out of it. So you're going to go to Edit, and then down to Make Component, and say Create, and it'll put a box around this basically so you can copy it, which is what we're going to do next. So you want to have that selected, have Move tool, and you're going to hit Option, and you're going to pull it up, and that will pull up basically the same copy of it. Next thing we need to do is turn this around, If you click on it, again, with the move tool, you'll get those little red X's. You can grab that to, you know, turn this around. And we're going to have to turn it twice so that we match up a corner with our highest corner in the back, and it continues the spiral going around. It's a little tricky to kind of get this figured out, and sometimes you may have to maneuver around to do it, but you're going to flip one side and then the other. And now I've got it in the right place, but it's not in the right position. So I'm going to take that back corner and line it up with the back part of my half arc that's below it. And you might want to even grab that corner so that you see you know, that it matches up with the other one. You'll get the little words there telling you that it does. So there's my spiral, my first start of it. And now what I'm going to do is make both of these things together a component, because I'm going to copy both of these things. So first thing is to make them one thing. So edit and component and hit create. And now what I'm going to do is just pull up the end of it, match it up with the other top part that you'll see above. And when I get that thing to line up together, I'm then going to go down to the bottom box where it says length and change it to 5x. And the 5x means that they'll just repeat it 5 times. So now I have that going up above 5 more times. And you've created your spring that way.